Good morning, everybody. Holy moly, it has been a hot minute. I am so sorry. There's no reason that I could give you that would sufficiently suffice the last 2 weeks, because apparently I just quit YouTube for 2 weeks for absolutely no reason. But there are reasons, obviously. I'm combusting in my own stress and my body is failing me. But hi, because there's no reason for it to have gone on so long. But yeah, we just need to get ready together this morning and have a good little catch up and a little chat, because it has been a wild couple of weeks. Oh my God, it's September. I know I say this a lot, but can we just appreciate the phenomenon that is time passing so swiftly as you get older? It really is a thing. It is a thing, and I just can't believe it. It's September. The weather is certainly acknowledging the fact that it is September. It is cold. I am in a sweater. It's only supposed to be 14 degrees today. It's freezing. I thought we'd at least, like, sometimes, the heat stays into the month of September a little bit. No, not this year. Fall just came immediately. So putting that on my face as a little base. Listen, my plan was to use a bunch of new makeup. I have a bunch of new products that I'd love to show you and I'd love to try. There's a lot of new concealers that have come out. There's new bases, new Bobbi Brown bases. I really want to try it, whatever. I am in the week before the wedding. And though you may be sick of me saying that and talking about it and leading up to it, we have spent thousands of dollars on a wedding photographer, and I simply cannot tempt fate and get a breakout. I'm already having a rash due to stress, so I'm just not going to aggravate that anymore. And we're going to stick to the usual, and I hope you don't mind. But there are a few little colorful things we can play with. But as for the base, I'm just sticking to the usual Armani Luminous Silk Shade 5, and we're going to go from there. So listen, sometimes in the YouTube world, we film videos. I know nobody wants to hear this, but I'm telling you anyway because it helps me deal with my stress. Sometimes just video plans just do not go to plan. And it explains the absence a little bit, but basically we just had videos that didn't work out or that I just didn't like. Like sometimes I have an idea of a video that I want to film, and then you spend the time filming it, we edit it, and then it just ends up not being great, and I don't want to put that out into the world, So that happened with my New York vlog. I did film when I was on a little gals trip in New York, and it just and that just happened a handful of times over the last 2 weeks. And that on top of the stress that I was already feeling, I filmed one particular clearing out video, and it's so funny because I filmed it throughout the day, and you can just see me starting to get sick as the day goes on. Like my nose is running, I'm blowing my nose, I start coughing, and just by the end of the video, I am just a shell of a human. And it's so funny, I don't know why that happened, but I woke up the next morning and I was ill. Like I just died for a day, comatose, in bed for a day. I don't know, all the energy drained out of me. It's amazing what stress can do, because I feel like my body just shut off for absolutely no reason for an entire day. And I spent the better part of the next few days and the week that followed recovering from that moment. It was very weird. And it does happen to me whenever the schedule is a little bit more busy or I am stressed about something. It's not the first time that's happened. It's not a sickness. I'm not sick necessarily, but my body just shuts off. I just get void of energy, and it's so weird. I couldn't do anything. I was literally laying in bed and trying to scroll on TikTok to pass the time. I couldn't even hold up my phone. I just laid there ugh. Honestly, it's sabotage is what it is. It's my body working against me. My chin is peeling again. And it doesn't show you that it's peeling until you've already put makeup on. When I'm doing my skincare, I'm like, oh, my skin's looking great, so happy. And then you go to put makeup on and you're like, where did all these dry patches come from? How rude. Anyway, we're alive. Hi. We are again amongst the living and ready to hop back to it. So hi, how are we all? How do we feel about the fact that it's September? Honestly, I love summer. I love sunshine. I think if I didn't live where I live, in such a dark, dark land, and knowing that it's just the rain and darkness that is coming upon us, I'd be a much happier gal, because it's the sunshine that I love about summer, not necessarily the heat. I'm so sweaty. Clothing is a very difficult one to manage and maneuver during the summertime. So really when fall comes around, in terms of clothing and fashion and the crispness in the air, I do love that. I love fall. So when September rolls around, I do get excited, but it's the darkness for me, even today. It's just dark. It's cloudy. We don't have a lot of natural light in our house. Like downstairs can feel a little bit like a cave at times. And during the winter, Dan and I sit there and we're like, we're hibernating in here. It really feels like we are hibernating and hiding away in a cave. So the fact that that is upon us already is kind of crazy. But regardless, we shall embrace the new season nonetheless. Also, I didn't say what I was using, but I put the Dior Backstage Concealer, which I'm really enjoying lately. I kind of go back to old favorites and whatnot. I did a little bit of a clear out of my makeup collection because I was feeling generally overwhelmed by what was in here, but the Dior Backstage, I'm a fan. The Dior Backstage Concealer, it's proving to be quite a fave. Going in with a little layer of my Makeup by Mario. I feel like it's an ongoing joke at this point. If I just keep calling it a cream bronzer. Maybe if I just keep saying that, it will eventually become true. Let me just get in here and get all nice and bronzed and chiseled. You know when you get really wild trains of thought and you think, wow, how did I end up here? And it's just fascinating to see where your thoughts just jump. Because what I wanted to say to you was one thing that I have realized recently is how much my skin is actually affected by sleep, like more so than anything. I had a really terrible sleep last night. I had 4 hours of sleep. My Aura ring said, take care, proceed with caution. But when those days happen, I always wake up with a little bit of a rash. And if I go and have like a nap in the afternoon, it literally, like I get a glow back in my face. It's so crazy. And more so than anything, like more so than food, more so than alcohol, my skin is so affected by my sleep. And it has been really fascinating to watch. And something that I haven't actually talked to you guys about, that I haven't mentioned, is the fact that I did get the Aura ring. And it's because I wanted to like have proper time with it. It is something that we picked up when we were in the States. We bought it when we were in San Diego for my girlfriend's wedding. I've seen so much about it. Dan was so interested in getting it. And both of us like really struggle with our sleep, and so that was a big thing that we kind of wanted to get it for and start utilizing in our life and tracking. So I'll give you guys an update when I have my full thoughts on it, but that just, you know, it led me to that. I was talking about my skin and then I was like, oh yeah, that's how that got there. That's what I was thinking of. But it's been so fascinating to watch the sleep and lack thereof and how much your day is determined by that. And you don't need a ring to tell you that, but it is interesting to see what unfolds when that happens. Anyway, I'm using Nude Sticks Bareback. I actually opened up a new one of these because I really love this color, and I'm really trying to decide what blush I'm going to wear for the day of weddedness. And I keep coming back to this one. I know. Who knew? And I think I love it because it's just so neutral and plain and I can't screw it up. Like some of my favorite blushes, sometimes I can go overboard with blush, and I feel like this one just looks natural no matter what. And no matter what kind of skin day I'm having, regardless of the tan I have on, like it just gives that warm, neutral flush to the face. And I love it so much. And I think this could be it, but we'll see. I actually filmed a makeup video this weekend and I love the look and I can't wait for you guys to see it. And it kind of I've been practicing what I want to do for my makeup for the day because I feel like I'm just going to be stressed no matter what. And then I filmed this makeup video and I was like, damn, is this going to be my makeup for the day? I don't know. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. They're all little things, but it's just these little things that are fun and they can just help you feel amazing. When you're taking a lot of photos too, like I just want to feel my best. So I'm going to go ahead and set with a little bit of powder. You know what, I just need to do my brows and get them out of the way. I'm using the Dior Brow Styler, just whipping up a quick little brow. And I'll just do a little bit of lip liner just because I always feel really naked until I have this on. This is the NYX Nude Beige lip pencil. I feel much more alive now. The brows and the lip liner, that's kind of it for me. I know for some people it's mascara, and it used to be mascara for me, but now if I have my brow and lip liner on, I feel alive. I feel like I can do my day. Okay, so I had done a big makeup declutter, just sorting through all the things, and that was the day that I started to feel really sick. But when I was doing it, I had actually gone through all of my eyeshadow palettes, and I've been hoarding a lot of palettes, and I was like, I can't exist this way anymore. There's so many palettes that I have that I just don't use. I really don't use a lot of eyeshadow, especially in my daily makeup, and I'm just not as interested in it, and I never really have been. It's always been like, oh, Anna, you do the same makeup looks over and over again. It's like, yeah, because it's fun to play and do like a colorful eyeshadow look every once in a while. Sometimes you can be inspired, but those moments of inspiration strike maybe a handful of times every year for me. And it just felt like they were all going to waste. So I had done this whole thing. I went through all my eyeshadow palettes, and then I talked to Dan afterwards, and I'm like, I know that a lot of these are actually many years old at this point, but so many of the like very expensive eyeshadow palettes that I have in my collection are pretty much unused. Maybe they've been used a handful of times by me. Maybe I've just swatched a few of the shades. Like a lot of them are just completely unused. And I just need to ask you guys, for those of you who are not disgusted by this thought, would you want me to give some of those things away? If I just like put together a mystery box or a couple of mystery boxes and gave them away to some of you, is that something you'd be interested in? Because I have a lot of makeup, usually like used makeup I can't donate to women's shelters. My friends and family get makeup galore from me on a daily, and I just usually like we stick to doing like very structured giveaways during Landmas and Everyday May, and I usually only give away new things, but I just feel like these products are being wasted and they could go to better homes, and I would love nothing more than to give them to you guys if you were interested. So if you are interested, let me know if that's something you want me to do, because I can just whip that together and send some little mystery boxes out, and I think that'd be fun. And I may have touched a few things, but I'll give them a nice little clean. Would love to know your guys' thoughts on that, if that's something you want me to do. So I did this big declutter of my palettes, and then I had seen that Patrick Ta announced the launch of this bad boy. This is the Major Dimension 3 matte eyeshadow palette, and my non-eyeshadow wearing soul just screamed when I saw this, because one of my favorite palettes that has come out in recent years is the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes, because I just love a good neutral palette. But it kind of depends on the neutrals. Like sometimes the selection can be kind of butt for me, and maybe not as usable. And when I saw this palette, okay, I haven't opened this yet. This is the packaging. When I saw it, I was like, oh my god. That might just be my perfect matte eyeshadow palette. And oh, it is so beautiful. It is so beautiful. What I love about the Patrick Ta palettes that he's done is that you have the powder eyeshadows, but then you also have the cream. So as someone who loves to do a little bit of cream, a cream liner, I always have a brown eyeliner or eye pencil on hand. I love to do that on my lash line. I love to use it to just smoke out all over the eye. I think that's so great. And his other palettes, they have a lot of shimmers. A few of the shades can be a little bit pinky, mauvey. This is like the perfect neutral palette. Sorry, I can't hold it open. You have the brown and black cream, stunning, beautiful, and then all of the neutrals, warm and cool. Oh my god, it's perfect. It's perfect. To make this my perfect eyeshadow palette in general, I just wish he had done 2 shimmers. Just like make these half the size, make it smaller, more compact, and then have 2 shimmers. Like a nice little neutral, very soft little shimmer to use as the inner corner and brow bone highlight, and then to have a glitter to put on top. That is my perfect palette. But this was stunning. However, that being said, as beautiful as this was $100 Canadian. I understand that the world that I live in, doing YouTube makeup product, like it's in abundance, okay? I understand that. However, what is going on? Okay, so I had this realization where I'm not the most knowledgeable when it comes to finances and inflation and all that, but I just know that growing up, you would always hear your parents and your grandparents be like, oh, I remember when burgers used to be 25 cents, and oh, I remember when you could buy a house for $20,000, and I remember when gas was 5 cents a liter. I don't know. Anyway, it's just, I am making those numbers up, but you get the idea. Like the prices just keep going up and up and up, and even I'm going through that right now. I remember when we used to get penny candies, like 1 cent candies. We would go and take our little pennies that we'd collect and find on the ground and then go and buy our 1 cent candies at the corner store. Pennies don't even exist in Canada anymore. We don't even have 1 cent in Canada anymore. Pennies are gone, and therefore penny candies also don't exist. And especially when it comes to makeup, like now, it's been a decade on YouTube. There's been a decade, 10 years of makeup on YouTube. And I remember when palettes would come out and they'd be like $45. And it was like, that's a lot for a palette. Then the palettes used to be like $60, $62, and you're like, holy shit. Now palettes are coming out at $100. Like, I don't know what rock I've been living under or what the explanation is, but what is going on? $100. I don't know. So I did get excited. I bought this palette. I was like, wow, fabulous. This is gorgeous, stunning. So close to like my perfect neutral palette. I even prefer the shades in here and the variety of formula that you get in comparison to the Makeup by Mario Master Mattes. But for me to say to you, oh yes, go run and sprint out and buy this palette, like I don't know what to say. Like as far as a review goes, I don't know what to say. That's so much. For those who know what's up more than I, please comment down below. Let's have a chat about that. What are your guys' thoughts? I'm gonna use this palette because I bought it. I did want to test it out and review it, but I am a little bit baffled, I'll say, by the prices. So that's my little spiel there. Would love to know what you guys are thinking. In the meantime, I'm just gonna dip into this little brown cream here and see what's up on the eye. I really like this shade of brown because it's one of those browns that blends out and it's not too red. It's got a really nice cool undertone, so it just feels, I don't know, feels more neutral to me. It's just the undertone I prefer. I like that. Very nice. $100 nice. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to take this lovely little taupey shade and just run that over top. I'm going to leave it at that. Just a light little something for my everyday makeup, but please let me know your guys' thoughts on that. Am I being dramatic? New Benefit Fan Fest Mascara, another product I've been wanting to try. This is a fanning and volumizing mascara. 24-hour full fan effect, smudge-proof, water-resistant, sweat-proof, buildable and feels weightless, won't clump or flake. Let's see if that is the case. Love the packaging. So cute. So cute. This is in the shade Hyper Black. I wonder if they'll be coming out with brown. Cute. Like no matter what, if I'm trying something new, I just must smell it first. It's like a rite of passage, and I don't know why. Okay, really getting that fan effect. Like it actually really fanned out my top lashes. There, I got it on my eyelid. Let's see if you guys, can you see? It's super pretty. It's nice and light and fluffy. It's not too chunky. Some of the volumizing mascaras you can put on and it just goes and just puts the chunks on. But this is really fanning and fluffy. It's really pretty. I like that it's a volumizing brush too, but it tapers out and it's thin. So you can get into the inner corner, which not a lot of volumizing mascaras have. Some of the ones are just like really big and then I just end up stabbing my eye with it. So I like that this one is nice and easy to apply. That's beautiful. Only time will tell. We'll see. I actually have to drive downtown today, so we'll see if it makes the drive, because usually by the time I drive, from my excessive blinking, my mascara will be all over my face, so that's a pretty good test to see if it is, in fact, smudge proof. Now for lips, there's a couple new lip products. I got the new Rhode Peptide Lip Treatment. This is in the Strawberry Glaze, and they did a little collab with Krispy Kreme. It looks so cute. No, it's just the flavor, like it's just the smell, right? Oh my god, sorry. I forgot to wipe my mirror. Gross. I don't know why I was expecting this to have like a little red tint or like a strawberry tint, but it's totally clear. So it's just the smell, it's just the flavor. And the packaging is different too, but yeah, 100%. I thought that was gonna have like a strawberry glaze, like a little pinky glaze, but it is in fact just the clear product. Now the other new product we have is the new Rouge Dior Forever Liquid. When I was chatting with the Dior team, they said that the formula reminds them of the old RIP Lancome matte shakers, and I was like, say no more. Get them on my mouth. One thing I love about Dior is that their shades are consistent across all of their formulas. Like they always have their 999 red, 100, 200. This is 200 Nude Touch, which you can buy in any of the formulas, and I think that's great. So you shake it, and it's got the little doe foot applicator. Let's see. I love it when the applicator has a point. It just makes it so much easier to apply on the lip. Perhaps this isn't a fair test to be putting this over top of the Rhode lip glaze. It's a little bit warm, honestly, but it feels so light on the lips. Wow. The mixture of this and the little lip treatment ain't so bad. That's going to be lovely for fall. Love. I think I need a little bit more life on my cheeks. I'm going to dip into this Dior palette. I was filming with this one. Gonna add a little highlight. My face is missing some glow right now. I just turned the brightness down. I'm so sorry. Hopefully you guys can see the colors a little bit more, but it's very fall leaves and very pumpkin patch. I kind of love it. I thought it would be a little bit lighter, but it's still very pretty. So that's my makeup look, friends. We are ready to go take on the day. I just wanted to say hi. I've missed you. And this is my promise to you. 3 vids a week, baby. 3 vids a week. 2 more videos are coming at you this week. I will not leave you so abruptly again. I am sorry. I love you all so much. I hope that you're having a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. Please let me know everything that you want to see from me now that we are heading into September and we are heading into fall. What videos do you guys want to see? Let's have a little chat below, and I'll see you all very, very soon for a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye!